Bluetooth is pretty much an industry standard nowadays when it comes to your hearing aids, and this means that you can stream both phone calls, music, and the radio or podcasts directly to both of your hearing aids. Plus, each hearing aid has their own app, which allows you to manually adjust the settings on your hearing aids too. However, believe it or not, there are different types of Bluetooth too, and each of them have their own pros and cons based on the different protocols that are used. Firstly, those that use classic Bluetooth, which in this video is solely phonak. And the main advantage of classic Bluetooth is that they can connect to any phone with Bluetooth streaming capabilities. That doesn't matter if it's old or new, smartphone or otherwise. And it will even work with any landline phone that's got a built-in Bluetooth function. And that's unlike any of the other manufacturers that we're talking about today. The second group of today's hearing aids uses something called LAudio, which was the original way that hearing aids connected to the iPhone way back when in 2010, and is a low energy form of Bluetooth. Now, this method works well, however, there are a couple of limitations, such as no bidirectional Bluetooth for Android devices, meaning that with iPhones you can have completely hands-free phone calls. There are also some limitations on which phones will allow for Bluetooth streaming. Group number 3 are the most recent releases from Signia, Resound and Oticon, who have the newest version of LAudio, which makes them Auracast ready. Now, if you haven't come across Auracast, it is the future of connectivity, whether that's listening to public announcements in train stations or the wireless streaming of football commentary when the Dallas Cowboys are playing. This new Bluetooth protocol, once it's fully rolled out, will allow for public venues to stream any sound with a higher quality and lower battery consumption than we've seen from any streaming technology in the past, directly to both of your hearing aids. So in my opinion, in the next few years, I think that we'll start to see Auracast broadcasted audio replacing the century-old loop systems built into public venues, and will allow for multiple hearing aid users to simultaneously connect to audio when they're in public spaces. Now, the only downside is that this is only as good as how many venues have got it installed. And at the time of making this video, we're still in the development stage. However, I am very pleased to hear that hearing aid manufacturers are readying for the rollout of this Auracast transmission. Now, the final group is less of a group and more of a standalone hearing aid, which is the Widex10, which doesn't have access to either the Bluetooth or a telecoil feature. So there are plenty of options when it comes to connectivity, and it's hard to now imagine a world without Bluetooth being built into hearing aids. Now, oddly, the phone that you have can directly have an impact on the features that you'll get from your hearing aid, with iPhones being the most versatile. So as you're doing your research, each hearing aid manufacturer has a compatibility list on their website which shows which phones are compatible with their particular hearing aids. So it is without question worth checking that out or speaking to your audiologist to ensure that you've got access to all of those features before you choose any particular hearing aid. One thing that can help with your decision-making process is the world's first objective testing of hearing aids, looking at the likes of how they cope in background noise, which if this is an area that you struggle in, then you must check out this video next.